The courtroom froze like a scene from a bad legal drama. Katt Williams stood there shaking, eyes bloodshot, voice cracking like a broken radio. And then boom, he pulled the unthinkable. He actually apologized, not just to the judge, not just to fans, to literally the entire planet. And just when you thought that was wild, he dropped an even bigger bomb. A jaw-dropping confession tying him straight to Reggie Carroll's infamous case. But here's the real tea. Why now? Why would a man who built his career clowning Hollywood, torching the elite, and spilling scandalous secrets suddenly spill his own? And admit to things so shady, so sketchy, even his own crew begged him to zip it. Rumors in the halls say a mystery letter leaked proof that Katt wasn't flying solo. Some say this meltdown was his last lifeline before the real heavy hitters got dragged in. One thing's for sure, this ain't your average celeb mess. This is the kind of drama that kills careers, the kind that ends lives. And the internet, it's already eating it up. The real question now, did Katt Williams throw himself to the wolves to save the truth? Or did he finally crack under the weight of his own circus of lies? Stick around because what's coming next? It's straight up insanity. The apology had barely escaped Katt Williams' lips before the courtroom exploded like a live taping of a scandal special. Reporters lurched forward, pens going off like machine guns, cameras zooming in like it was a red carpet meltdown. Even the judge squirmed, clearly shook. After years of cat roasting Hollywood's elite and dancing through controversy like it was a sport, here he was dead serious, owning up, and not just any old guilt trip. This was Katt Williams chaining himself to Reggie Carroll, the name that's been tossed around in low-lit rooms and back channels for months. The guy whose whole saga reads less like a police file and more like a rejected Netflix thriller. But let's hit rewind for a second. Who is Reggie Carroll, and why does his name make Hollywood's skin crawl? If you've been sleeping on the rumors, let's catch you up. Carroll wasn't just some street-level mystery man. He was knee-deep in connections that ran from shady back alleys to champagne-soaked boardrooms. His fall from grace, bloody, bizarre. So drenched in conspiracies, it'd make Area 51 theorists blush. And now here's Katt, standing in open court, basically saying, yeah, I knew what was up. Time to spill it. The courtroom didn't just gasp, they turned to stone. Because if Katt was telling the truth, then every joke he cracked about the elite, not jokes at all, warnings. And baby, the internet was ready to erupt. Within minutes, hashtags like #KattConfesses and #CourtroomChaos were tearing up timelines. His teary-eyed clip hit TikTok faster than the stenographer could finish her first sentence. But plot twist incoming. Katt didn't just fess up to knowing Reggie. He threw in a casual, razor-edged hint that he wasn't the only one there the night it all went down. And the way he said it, like someone daring the rich and powerful to try and shut him up. Translation: if I'm sinking, I'm taking the yacht down with me. Cue the whispers about a certain leaked letter. Word on the street. Investigators were already sitting on a ticking time bomb, a handwritten note that allegedly connects Reggie Carroll's murder not just to street-level enemies, but to some very familiar Hollywood faces. According to anonymous whispers from inside the courtroom, this note didn't just drop hints, it dropped names. Huge names. The kind that could flip this story from local drama to full-blown industry apocalypse. Now, let's get into the reactions. Because the internet, oh honey, it doesn't wait for facts, it crafts its own version of the truth at lightning speed. One random YouTube live stream hit over 200,000 viewers. It's just arguing whether Katt's courtroom moment was a plea bargain, a mental breakdown, or an Oscar-worthy stunt. Over on Twitter, chaos reigned. Some screamed, finally, Katt Williams is exposing the filth he's teased for years. Others called it a setup. Hollywood just fed Katt to the wolves to keep us blind to what's really going on. And then you had the tinfoil hat brigade claiming the judge. Yeah, not even a real judge. Just a planted actor to control the plot. Wild, definitely. Click-worthy. Oh, absolutely. But wait, it only gets messier. Because while the internet fought over theories, a mystery audio clip leaked online. It was allegedly from Katt's holding cell, secretly recorded before the trial. The voice, barely audible but eerily familiar, mumbled, "I ain't the only one with blood on my hands. Whether it was legit or AI junk didn't matter. It went nuclear." People broke it down frame by frame like it was the damn Zapruder film. People swore they heard a second voice in that leaked audio. A hushed, almost ghostly whisper saying, "Don't say my name." And just like that, the conspiracy machine went into overdrive. Suddenly, Reggie Carroll's death wasn't just a tragic crime, it was a full-blown cover-up. And Katt's emotional courtroom bombshell. That wasn't just drama, that was the dam finally bursting. But oh, it gets darker. Reporters digging into the case found that Carroll's file, yeah, it was shady as hell. Pages missing, names blacked out, whole documents sealed tighter than a Marvel script. So why was Katt choosing now to tie himself to it? Insiders whisper he was backed into a corner by some buried evidence no one even knew existed. Others think it was guilt, the soul-crushing kind that eats at you until you either break down on stage or snap in court. But as the motive war raged on, one thing stole the spotlight. The judge's face. Usually, judges play it cool, stone-faced, unreadable, like emotionless robots in robes. But the moment Katt said Carroll's name, that poker face cracked. Just for a second, he looked straight up terrified. And you don't need a body language expert to tell you that wasn't normal. That's when the real tea started spilling. Was the judge compromised? Was this whole trial just smoke and mirrors? Twitter exploded. Some threads claimed the judge used to work at a law firm that had shady ties to Carroll's crew. Others swore that critical court files just vanished from the public record hours after Katt's hearing ended. Just a glitch. Or someone behind the curtain pulling strings hard. Meanwhile, the celebrity peanut gallery started weighing in. One anonymous close friend of Katt spilled the tea to Tim Z. This wasn't really about Reggie Carroll. This was about the whole system. Katt has been sitting on secrets that could burn Hollywood to the ground, and today, he finally snapped. And when they asked for proof, the source just smirked and said, "Watch the leaks." This was just the trailer. Cue dramatic music. That cryptic comment. Oh, it sent the internet into meltdown mode. By sundown, Instagram was swimming in leaked documents. Some so badly photoshopped, it was laughable. Others chillingly believable. One had Reggie's name scribbled beside the initials of top-tier Hollywood power players. Another showed a supposed hush money transfer just days before his death. Real or fake? No one knew. But did that stop the posts from racking up views by the millions? Not even close. And while digital chaos turned the internet into a circus, Katt just sat there in court shaking his head slowly, like a man who knew the storm outside was way scarier than whatever the judge could throw at him. That apology? It wasn't just guilt talking, it was survival mode. The kind that makes you ask, what did he see or who did he cross to make him finally break? The courtroom may have gone pin drop silent after Katt's courtroom mic drop. But outside those four walls, the internet was on fire. By sunrise, every blog, gossip, rag, and feed was plastered with his tear-streaked face. Paused mid-apology with headlines screaming. Everything from comedian confesses to Katt. Williams ends career in nuclear. Courtroom reveal. Even late-night hosts who used to clown on him were now quoting him like he was some tragic prophet. But the real storm? Oh, that was just getting warmed up. But here's the kicker. This chaos wasn't fueled by mainstream media. Nope, it was the leaks that were setting the internet ablaze. At first, just hushed whispers about some secret letter. But by dawn, actual images claiming to be screenshots of that very note exploded online. One version linked Carroll's name to cryptic initials like MS and JD, and instantly, fans were throwing out guesses. Mona Scott, Jaime Diamond, Jaden Dior. The theories. Absolutely bonkers. None of it verified, of course, but since when has the internet cared about facts? People don't crave the truth, they crave the juiciest drama. And Katt Williams had just served up the perfect bait. Meanwhile, fresh audio popped up this time from inside the courthouse during recess. You could hear muffled arguments, then a voice unmistakably Katt's, snapping. "You think I'm the only one going down? Check the bank transfers. Check the tapes, real or AI fakery." Didn't matter. It blew up instantly. TikTok detectives dissected every word, every pause, spinning wild theories faster than CNN on election night. And we can't forget Reggie Carroll himself. His name was back under the spotlight, dragging a tidal wave of old dirt behind it. People started unearthing police reports, cold cases, and grainy snapshots of Carroll with blurred faces lurking in the background. One shadowy silhouette. Suddenly, the hottest mystery of the moment. Obsession hit a fever pitch. Fans swore the blurry figure looked like a Grammy-winning rapper. Others argued it was some big-shot Hollywood director. The madness was so intense that within 48 hours, hashtags like #who was in the room and #Carrolls exploded, racking up millions of views. But this wasn't your typical internet deep dive. There was real fear. People weren't just gossiping. They were genuinely spooked. Twitter accounts posting about the case started disappearing overnight. A Reddit thread mapping Carroll's connections, locked down mysteriously by mods. Then the claims poured in. I posted about the letter and boom, shadow banned. I named names and my phone started acting crazy. Paranoia, absolutely. But paranoia that spreads like wildfire when the internet smells a powerful puppeteer pulling strings. Back in court, Katt Williams didn't make things any easier. Instead of shutting up after his apology, he went all in. Eyewitnesses swear he stared the judge down and said, "You can sentence me. You can bury me. But you can't erase what's already out." Then came the smile. That chilling, "Am I crazy or 10 steps ahead?" grin. And that's when celebs jumped in. A famous R&B singer tweeted, "Katt wasn't lying all these years. Y'all just weren't ready." The tweet vanished minutes later, but screenshots forever. Meanwhile, a comedian who toured with Katt went live on Instagram, calling him paranoid and desperate. The clash of opinions was pure gasoline on the fire. This wasn't just a courtroom drama anymore. It was Hollywood tearing itself apart live for the world to see. Meanwhile, journalists poked around Carroll's files and uncovered something downright creepy: missing police reports. Corrupted data, sealed warrants as if someone had been erasing his trail for years. But one underground blogger dropped a bombshell: financial records showing a legit production company funneling cash to Carroll weeks before his mysterious death. Blackmail, hush money, a cover-up spinning wildly out of control. Of course, the mainstream media stuck to their tired comedian meltdown script. But the internet wasn't having it. That blog's leaked screenshot went viral in seconds, splitting the crowd. Some said fake. Others swore it was the smoking gun. Then came the eeriest moment yet. During a recess, the judge suddenly disappeared from the bench. Staff whispered illness, but insiders whispered something far darker. A folder of sealed documents vanished right off his desk. Security cams conveniently went dark for 5 whole minutes. Officials blamed technical glitches, but conspiracy theorists not buying a thing. Rumors spread fast. A folder packed with sealed documents vanished mid-trial. Security cameras cut out, and officials shrugged it off as technical issues. But the internet smelled a rat and wasn't buying any of it. By nightfall, headlines screamed. Judge vanishes mid-trial. Missing evidence sparks mass panic. Meanwhile, Katt Williams just leaned back with that smug, "I'm in control" grin, fully aware of how deep the rabbit hole went. Fans lapped it up. YouTube channels exploded overnight, hawking exclusive leaks. TikTok stars turned Carroll's story into Oscar-worthy drama. Twitter detectives broke down every second like FBI pros. The public wasn't just watching, they were part of the madness, fueling the frenzy, twisting the narrative, and tossing new names into the fire every single hour. Wow, this just keeps spiraling deeper. Katt's raw confession shattered the room. No jokes, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered truth hitting hard. The silence from the comedians was telling. They knew this wasn't a performance anymore. When that leaked memo dropped, exposing hush money and shadowy bank accounts, the internet exploded. Hashtags like hashtag Justice for Gigi and hashtag Katt exposed weren't just trending, they were setting fire to every platform. The fear gripping Katt was real. Men in dark suits lurking like predators. That's next level intimidation. Social media couldn't get enough. Instagram Reels painted the apology like a thriller. TikTok turned it into viral drama, and YouTube commentators dissected every moment as if it was the trial of the century. Then the hidden nightclub footage surfaced, showing Reggie and Katt in a tense, fiery confrontation. No sound. But the body language screamed, "This is personal," and that chilling, life-read threat, "You'll regret this," made everything even more explosive. It's like the pieces are falling into place. But instead of closure, the mystery deepens. What was said between them? Who's really behind the shadows? And what happens next could change everything. This isn't just a scandal, it's a full-blown saga unfolding live. What part of this story shocks you the most? This twist: Reggie, not just a victim, but a whistleblower silenced by powerful forces, Lovates. The story from scandal to full-blown conspiracy. It's like Hollywood's darkest secrets are bleeding out in real time. And Katt's confession is the spark lighting the fuse. The public polarization is intense on one side. Righteous outrage demanding justice. On the other, fierce defenders seeing a systemic attack on a black entertainer. The judge, caught in the middle, looks utterly overwhelmed. This trial is no longer just legal proceedings. It's a cultural battleground, with federal agencies stepping in, sealed files being pried open, and talk shows spinning wild theories. This is the kind of real-life thriller you can't look away from. Money laundering, secret societies, blackmail tapes. This narrative has everything you'd expect from a blockbuster. But it's painfully real. Do you think this story is heading toward a full expose that could topple industry giants? Or is this just the beginning of a prolonged cover-up? Man, that image of Katt Williams' head in hands, tears falling, pleading for forgiveness, it's one that sticks with you. It's powerful. And yet, as you said, the line between genuine vulnerability and calculated performance is razor thin, especially when someone's career and freedom hang in the balance. If it is genuine, then we're witnessing a man finally unmasking himself, crushed by guilt and the weight of secrets he couldn't hold any longer. That kind of raw honesty is rare and heartbreaking. But if it's damage control, then it's a masterclass in survival using the same charisma and stagecraft that made him famous to shape the narrative. To stay relevant, maybe even to buy some protection. Hollywood loves its scandals. But this one feels like it could rip through the whole system. The idea that Reggie Carroll was silenced because he knew too much. That's not just gossip, it's an entire empire on the brink. And if that's true, the fallout could change everything. So, yeah, I'm torn. Part of me wants to believe it's genuine, because no one should carry that kind of burden alone. But another part of me knows how savvy Katt is. I think this apology is probably a mix of both. Real emotion tangled with a survival instinct kicking into gear. What about you? Do you lean toward believing Katt's apology as heartfelt? Or is it just another performance in the world's biggest show? Everything. The kind of chaos that rewrites the rules, exposes the hidden puppeteers, and forces the spotlight onto places no one wanted to look before. So buckle up, because this story isn't just about one man's downfall, it's about an entire system on the verge of collapse. Now seriously, what do you think? Was Reggie Carroll's death just a tragic fight gone wrong, or the spark that could ignite a full-scale reckoning in Hollywood? Drop your thoughts below. Let's get this conversation started. And trust me, you do want to be here when the next pieces fall into place.